Hi all, I'm Mehul and this is Predictively Rational. This channel is about machine learning models and its specific use case in banking domain. The scope of this channel is not limited to the algorithm behind building such models or the methodology involved in building such models, but the strategic implication of implementing these models which are very unique to banking domain. Topics are divided into concise 5 minutes module which are easy to consume. Hope you guys enjoy this channel. So let's dive in. Let's start by asking the fundamental question, why this particular name, predictively rational? Quite frankly, that's the best way to describe an ideal model. It should be predictable and rational. Let me explain. If we look into ML models, they are fundamentally empirical formulas derived from data. Predictions are based on established relationships observed in data. Now, this part of the model optimization, be it any algorithm, is not at all based on rationality. The focus is mainly on generating predictions with minimum deviation between the predicted and actual. But ensuring rationality in model relations is an afterthought after models are developed. This part needs the expertise of a credit manager, ensuring established relations are logical, rational, and explainable. Predictability is the statistical aspect of the model, ensuring established relationships are reproducible. However, rationality is the human touch. So a good model needs to excel in both these aspects, and hence the name. Machine learning models have multiple use cases in banking domain. For example, a credit risk model evaluate a customer's ability to pay when requesting for a particular loan. A fraud risk models evaluate a customer's intent to pay when requesting for a particular loan. Anomaly detection models evaluate unknown risk or pattern, basically when we don't know what we are looking for. These kind of models are used when we need to identify patterns which deviate from business as usual. In these initial sessions, we will be covering credit risk models. Basically, these models evaluate a customer's ability to pay when requesting for a particular loan. So let's dive in. Let's start by classifying various credit risk models. Broad classification of credit risk models are origination models, collection models, and account management models. How do these models differ? They differ in the very objective these models try to achieve. To understand the difference between these models, we need to understand the application journey of a customer. So let's check that. Through the door population represent the entire application pool received by the institution. Now lending companies have business rule engine in place ensuring customers fulfilling those criteria are accepted and those not fulfilling those criteria are rejected. Origination model also operates in the same risk region, dealing with the through the door population. So basically origination models are associated with the risk of onboarding a new unknown customer. Now, even with the filtered accepted pool, eventually there will be few goods and few bads. Collection and account management models only operate with the accepted pool, and objective of collection model is to evaluate the risk of approved pool customers defaulting on monthly payment obligations, and account management models evaluate the credit risk of providing new trade line or increasing the exposure to a customer who are already part of the company portfolio. Collection and account management models have the advantage of having additional payment info regarding the customer since they are already onboarded to the system. So, origination model evaluate the credit risk of onboarding new customer to the company portfolio. Collection model evaluate the credit risk associated with the collection of installment from the active credit trade lines. At this point, model have much more information about the customer compared to onboarding. Account management models evaluate the credit risk of providing new trade line or increasing the exposure of the customer who are already part of the company portfolio. Similar to the collection model, account management models also have advantage of more information about the customers compared to onboarding scenario. So hope you guys have a broad understanding about the various type of credit risk models. In the subsequent session, we will be covering the methodology involved in building these models. Stay tuned.